Hello, everybody. Today is March 26th. Uh, Here is some update about the Ukraine war. First, the Russian Defense Ministry announced that they are fighting for the control of Novomekhlika. This particular, I think, is a small town. I don't know what they how they see that, like carry out a combat operation for the possession of the settlement of this one Novomik Halovika. So I assume they already fought for several days now. I assume they have control part of the city. Uh, but it seems to be there are a few high-rise buildings inside the city, so maybe they still fighting on this. I'm going to draw the line only like about partial across the town, so that maybe they are still fighting. It's kind of very strange that they move so slowly right now. Like used to be every day there are 3 to 5 villages now, not even one village in one day. So they are also claiming they are fighting for the control of this one. Novobake. This one. Anyway, this is only information they announced today. We have several other information like this morning, like the Russian bombarded the fuel tank in Lviv. Like similarly, like 2 days ago, it bombed the fuel tank in Kiev. Right, it was pretty like they are starting to bomb the fuel to disrupt the infrastructure for the key Ukraine city. They also a few days ago like 2 days ago, Korea attack on amphibious landing ship which loading the ammunition in Berdyansk, right in there. I didn't talk about it. It's because it's a very small attack. It doesn't involve change of the territory or there's major damage to, like for a big country like Russia, amphibious landing ship is a very small part. I didn't pay too much attention to that. So I clean up some area in the Mykolaiv area, like around Kherson. The current situation more like this, like the Mykolaiv army already recover some of the surrounding town, similar to like other place, right? They are the Russian drive back to the Kherson area. Some would suspect like Kherson might be also be attacked. So I doubt that because Russian have the full control of the air, right? So if you don't have control on the air in the wintertime, there is no tree leave. And the infantry and your armored vehicle has nowhere to hide. So if you don't have the air power, you just sitting duck on the ground, right? Just the airplane will bombard you into powders. So I thought that will happen. In the meantime, there is some news around like Mariupol. So let's see what happened with Mariupol right now. By the way, let me see one thing. Right now, like 10 out of 9, 10 out of 10 media like are pro-Ukraine. The only media which pro-Russian is Russian media. So pretty strange that think about like all the like media are pro-Ukraine. I think media should be neutral, report the fact, but it is not. Like every media you talk about like Russian bombed the drama theater in Mariupol, and there are 300 people might have died. So those are just official announcement from the Ukraine government. Like even Ukraine government say might, so they don't have a confirmation. But every media now is saying this. I don't know why. It shouldn't be that way, right? It should be fact-based. So we are very fact-based in this. That both sides we found them lying very frequently. Let's see what we got. So yesterday there was a nice start. I was suspect they maybe already finished a while, but in fact they probably take some rest or there is no big affair during the fight. So say today there are like almost 10 between 6 to 12 hours, like another 10 from 12 to 24 hours, right? So it's quite a lot of fighting still going on. There is definitely still activity going on, like especially to the east of the steel factory and some part over here. So based on the fact, I didn't change to the left side of the bridge, that this is downtown hotel and the commercial area. I didn't make much change here. Although I put a triangle here because there has been continuously 3D where there is some red dot here. So there is certainly some high-rise building is still occupied. Like I said earlier, if there is a 40-story building and the soldier have to fight one floor to the next, so it take maybe a very long time, unless the soldier running auto emulation, right? So they will continue hold on to the higher floor. So this may take a few days until it get exhausted. So I put a triangle to indicate some Ukraine soldiers still hold on there. But other than that, to the north, to the west, and to the east, there are not much activity going on. And yesterday we talked about like a Russian side, they will be focused on Donetsk province and Luhansk province, right? They are kind of shrinking the objective. They will focus on these two provinces. So as we said earlier, like a few days ago, in the northern side, they didn't attack any medium to big sized city, right? But in the south, they are different. They put their best troop to attack Mariupol. The Chechen fighter, I was very surprised about how the Chechen fighters fight. Many of them did not wear a helmet. Like they just wear a closed cap on their head, fighting the guerrilla war, like floor by floor, building by building. That's very very risky. I don't know why they do that, but at least that's so they fearless when they go into a fight, right? That's something extraordinary. that's really that's something really surprised me. Anyway, I think there are about 50 to 60,000 Russian soldiers. The best Russian soldiers are in Mariupol. They are closing to finish. I think some of the soldiers maybe already started moving to the north. I think my feeling is that they will. There are about only one or two brigades around this line, and the movement is very slow. But once the soldiers finish Mariupol, the military force will be 10 times more to the southern front. So the move to the north would be very fast, very close to the Donbass and Luhansk region. They certainly will try to encircle both of the area, or maybe one area at first. So we can see they go from they are moving on the southern part and also on the medium, right? Because to the south of this city there is a big Ukraine army. Also in the Kramatorsk area and several Donetsk area, there is big army in there. There are about 40,000 Ukraine soldiers around this area. They should have withdrawn to Dnipro, but because the Russian side they will be focusing on this area, I'm pretty sure they will stay to fight. So maybe Russia was trying to be strategic, maybe give them wrong information or just cheating them to keep them stay here. Or maybe they really focus on this area. But anyway, these two forces, well, they will stay. And Russia is sure to circle them once they finish Mariupol. They didn't pay attention, put many troops on the west side of the Dnieper River, including Kiev area, right? They just stayed there, and they didn't go to the city to fight in Kiev and also any other medium to big size city around Kiev, like in the north, like Sumy and the other area, like even Chernihiv. There is a big protest around the west of the Slovatuch. This city have a protest yesterday. Lots of civilians go to protest the Russian to say Russian go home. I think it's obvious, if you occupy the area where the Russian population is very low, Kiev is only 11% of the Russian, right? The local people is not going to be nice, right? So it's even if you fight, you cannot hold the territory. But that's a different story with Luhansk and Donetsk, right? They have 70% of the Russian population. And this Mariupol and Kharkiv there have about 25 to 30%. That's a lot. That's not a majority, right? But who knows? If the Russia and Ukraine fight for another 6 months, then maybe most of the Ukraine around this area will just move to the Ukraine-based territory, right? Some of them will do that. So that could happen, but not most likely. Even for Russian hold on to Luhansk and Donetsk, get the Crimea officially recognized by the Ukraine. This will make sure that Western section will be gradually removed, right? Everything once they get a deal, official deal with Ukraine, there's no reason to continue to sanction Russia, right? So I think Russia will be very happy on that. Anyway, thanks for watching. please, everybody has an opinion. The media all go pro-Ukraine. I'm also pro-Ukraine. I just have a different opinion in that I think West should not encourage 5-year children like Ukraine. Whatever sense they are just 5-year children relative to Russian. Russian is a 30-year bully, right? So while any one of you encourage a 5 years old to fight with a bully, 30 years bully. See, hey, kids, I have a missile. I give you airplane. I give you life. I give you machine gun. Go fight the bully. Will you do that? That's very stupid, right? That's how I see that. That's also Henry Kissinger and Professor John Mayer at the University of Chicago said that, right? I saw you look back to my video like a week ago. I have all the link underneath the video. I talk about John Mayer, the professor talk about the same thing I'm saying. Right? Like West is doing harm to the Ukraine civilian, doing harm to the Ukraine people, right? It's just when the two sides is fighting, one is small kid and another is big adult. You should separate them, right? Do not fight, stop. And instead of doing that, right, the West is all going like, hey kids, I have compassion to you. You are righteousness. You are right. I give you missile. I give you airplane. I give you ammunition and all kinds of support. Go fight with the bully, right? That's very harmful to Ukraine people, to Russian people, and to world peace, right? You should stop their fight first. That's just my opinion. And also the other scholar also said so. Thanks for watching. Bye now.